Boring. Your song is boring. I'm actually talking about my song right now. We're gonna do some things to fix this, okay? So, I don't know what I was thinking. I was on some kind of beatnik drum tip doing the song. I like the song, but I feel like it's just kind of boring. So, here's what I've got so far.
Tie down to the sea, where everyone's wanting something more. The brave and obscene, still holding on, holding on, holding.
Again, there's potential there, but I don't know what it was, what kind of weird cabaret vibe I was feeling that night. So we're gonna start with the percussion, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bounce this as is, unmastered, whatever, just as a wave file, okay? So we're gonna do this, call it what it is. All right, so now this next part may seem counterintuitive. We're gonna remix it, okay? So as this is the fader channel, we are going to use fader. We are going to create a remix. Now, this is gonna be a very creative version of what this tool is meant to. This is just a really cool tool. You can remix any song, it's super simple, right? So I'm just gonna drag this in there. What it's gonna do is it's gonna analyze and stem the song, right? As far as like it being just kind of like an unfinished product that I bounce as a WAV file versus like a commercial song, the remix tool doesn't really care. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna have it generate something a little more interesting that I can kind of actually mess with. So essentially what I'm trying to make this do is give me some creative organic samples that I played a role in creating. It's not just using like AI music to kind of do stuff for you. You're actually just manipulating something you've already taken and then just using it in a more creative way, all right? So first of all, it's just gonna stem everything out. Default will go to like keyboards, vocals, drums, and then just like the bass, right? So if I wanna just hear whatever it was I was doing on drums, we've got this. All the different piano stuff, and then the bass, and then we could have, Lulu's vocal. The cool thing about it is it tells me the key and the tempo, 80 BPM. Let's see if that is true. There we go, 80 BPM right there. Let's go. All right, so now you can stem it out if you want. I'm more interested in remixing it. So let's do something interesting. Let's see what a rock remix would sound like. So you just click that rock button, and then it'll give you this. Already that kind of sounds awesome, right? So let's just take it. I was gonna go through a bunch of them, but I'm ready to go right here. So what I can do here is now I can just click the remix button, and then it'll just give me this entire song. I can export it as an entire song in and of itself, or I can actually export the new stems of what it has for, this kind of rock style thing, okay? I wanna click that, make that to 80. Sometimes it'll change you can actually also change the key and the tempo of whatever it is that it gives you. So I'm gonna go back to 80 because I wanna put it back into my original project. And then I'm just gonna download, I'm just gonna get all the tracks from this. There we go, now I got those. How cool is that? Let's actually hear what a couple different remixes sound like, just for kicks, right? Funk. I don't even know what funk is, but here's the funk version of that song, according to the remix tool. I don't really funk with it that much, but it's interesting. Minimal house. Sometimes these can be really good in just getting like little percussion samples. How cool is that? Why not? Let's actually grab some of the stuff from that. I just want to grab just like the percussion part of it. So we'll do that. I want to bring this back to 80. I can always time stretch this, different ways. 80, export remix done, download. WAV file versions of those tracks. Let's get them. Now, in the meantime, I can go back to my project and let's add something in there. So it'll come in this nice handy little zip file, right? That's what I got. And then if I want to audition them, that's just the snare, right? I kind of love what it did with the guitar. So what I'll do is we're just gonna drag this in, make sure it's the right tempo. On point as usual, Fader, well done. All right, so I'm just gonna add this to the song.
It's not like the movies, but it's alright for now. Tied down to the scene where everyone's wanting something more. They're breaking up scene, still hold.
I love the little guitar in the background that it's on, so that's definitely usable. I'm probably not going to use it the whole way through, but just picking and choosing little pieces of it is something that I think has instantly added a vibe to this. So let's go to that little drum part. Minimal House Remix. And what does it have for me here? I got the drums here. It's so funny, right? This is clearly not a house song. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start messing with this drum track. One plugin I really like is the Arturia Mix Drums plugin. It just does all sorts of cool things to just really kind of like mess with percussion. So let's see what we can do messing around with that little new drum sample that we have. So as you can see, it's like really just having like this really down in the mix. You would never know that that actually came from like a house remix. So I'm actually really excited about how this is already spicing up some of the track here. Let me know if you guys have any ideas of what I should add next, but I really think that this remix tool is super underrated in just a way that you can like really quickly, easily create samples of something that you already have done. And it's almost like instead of remixing it, you're demixing it and then putting it back in your mix. And I don't know, it just does a lot of cool stuff that I think eventually sounds really good. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, hit them in the comment section. And I will talk to you guys soon.